What's good, YouTube land? I'm here back again once again today we are here for another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. In the last episode we did the was correct, it was the DLC quest for PlayStation players. It was a mad one. It was a mad one. So if you haven't seen that episode, please go back and watch it. It was a mad one. I'm still having dreams and nightmares about it. That's how mad it was. In this episode, we're going to meet up with Sebastian and see what he wants before doing some other random bits and doodads in other places and progressing the story forward.
What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned?
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Well,
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Student report. The catacomb assignment yields more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was enlightening. However, I stumbled upon something that I could not ignore. An area behind a great room which had suffered decay. In a turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of the object were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Well, let's be ready for an altercation. Let's have that on the right thing.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Don't worry about me, bro. Worry about yourself.
Lumos. Confringo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. The rest of the tomb, insects.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is full of
Guardian Leviosa. Glacier. Leviosa.
Finding
Revelio.
in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Never have too many spiders, fans.
Bombarda.
That was easy. Bombarda hasn't got that long of a cooldown, to be honest. Kind of scary how frequently I could spam that spell.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Depulso. Accio. Revelio. Lumos.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Revelio. Protego. Incendio.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Didn't actually mean to use my ancient magic charge like that. That was rather reckless of me.
Revelio. Confringo.
Charm in the school cloak. I feel like I've definitely gotten to the part of the game where like most pieces of gear kind of don't do anything for me.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Did you hear that?
Accio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. There's something here by the altar. Revelio. Accio. Depulso. Flipendo. Depulso. Accio.
I previously mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English Oak Wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used the very bones as the key. I plan to return it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment. Learning the Imperious Curse, a spell said to serve well against enemies. Sorry. Runny nose.
What did you find?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
More bones.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
There it is.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
Revelio.
I wonder if there's something still up here. I can't get in there just yet, but that's fine. But I unlocked the way early because I'm a smart cookie. This is how I deal with escape rooms, by the way. Like, I just jimmy locks and padlocks and shit and see what opens up beforehand.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperius Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
Okay, let's do it.
Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio. Confringo. Depulso. Incendio.
That was easy.
Revelio.
Which means when I get my next skill point, I can start investing in dark arts. Or making the
Another
effort to.
barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
Accio. Wingardium
This is
Leviosa.
different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Okay. No particular indicator on what the order is for now, so I guess we'll come back to this.
Confringo. Imperio. Potato. Stupid. Stupid one. Descendo. Findo. Fringo. Confringo. Cabolso. Descendo. Potato. Stupid one. Stupid one.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Well, I got poisoned. It's not too dark for you guys. I do find it the game kind of gets really dark.
Depulso. Confringo. Accio. Accio. Revelio.
To Wigan Weld. Not really running low on the stuff at the moment, but
Accio. Depulso. Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
okay, another yellow, another gold drop for us to use to identify and use later. Okay, so this way.
Revelio.
Okay. This place is pretty deep. Cool. Let's go back to that main room and try and figure out that puzzle. Okay, so let's do
Accio.
this one.
That worked. Keep going.
And let's do that one. That one.
Wingardium Leviosa.
And let's do
Accio.
that one. That one.
Revelio.
And what's left? This one. So it's that one. And
Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Stupefy. Incendio. Flipendo. Deport. Depulso. Protego. Stupefy. 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 Depulso. Imperio. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Descendo. Glacius. Defendo.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
no, because I'm too good, cuz. Mandeminus can't defeat Mandeminus, you know.
Confringo.
What's that? I'm actually having a lot of fun right now. I don't know if you can tell with all the spiders crawling around everywhere.
Revelio.
Okay, let's find the goods and get out of here.
Dead end. Lovely.
Hold on, don't give up yet.
Revelio.
The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities can benefit not only wizard kind but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to release it. Its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic.
Sebastian. The relic. Look. Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
I know
I
what some
must
of
keep
you
this
may be
relic
thinking.
secret. Especially from my uncle.
This seems like a very, very bad idea. But I'm going to do it anyway. Uh-oh. How did he... Okay, we're in deep doo-doo.
Is that ominous? Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Okay, let's try wiggle our silver tongue today.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian,
Me too.
we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Okay. You got away with the goods, but Ominous is on my case. I'm not trying to swindle both sides here, but I want to see where this leads to. I want to see how far.
What happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I want to see if you can do this. I genuinely do.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
The issue is I feel like I know where this is going.
Revelio.
Seems to be other chambers in here that we can't get access to.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Maybe we are taking this too far. Maybe we're not. Ominous is kind of... What's going on? What's with all the smoke?
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her.
Is there supposed to be all this smoke coming from Feldcroft? Oh no, this is the other
This
side.
isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Pity. Not quite.
And
Boy! What have you done?
Save my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
I agree.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
money.
Apparel.
Well, thanks, Betsy. Okay, let's finish this quest off. Oh, cow glitch.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Okay, maybe that didn't go great, but so I can't talk to Anne. But there should be another letter from Anne to Sebastian. Oh, I missed more than one. Okay. Do need to make sure I come back here every so often to pick those up. So that's where we will end. Okay, yeah, that's where we'll end today's episode. We're going to go and talk to Seb in the Undercroft in the next episode and see where we go from there. If you liked what you saw here today, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, ring that bell to get notified of more content coming your way, share with your family and your friends, and I've been your boy Lion, the Ultimate Form, and I will catch you cats later.